there's this way of romanticizing really extreme weight loss products and programs, except nobody is talking about this one thing, and that is how are you going to sustain the results once you get there if you're doing something so extreme and drastic. Back to another video. Today we're going to be uncovering just the big problem with extreme diets and how extreme diets are not the effective strategy you are going to want to use when it comes to making your weight loss last. I think there's this way of romanticizing really extreme weight loss products and programs that make us just think of the positive result that we're going to achieve in the short term, how confident we're going to feel, how good we're going to feel about our bodies, except nobody is talking about this one thing, and that is how are you going to sustain the results once you get there if you're doing something so extreme and drastic. Nobody really stops to think about you finding value in the process of learning what it takes to live at that weight and be that person when you get there. If you do an extreme diet, you do follow through with it, it's really nice to experience those results, but it's really disheartening when you start to see the weight creep back on, or when you realize, like, I can't sustain this pattern. Like, this requires either so much time, so much restriction, or it's just so wildly unaligned with who I am as a person and the routine that I'm in that it's just not going to be sustainable. So then you go on to the next thing, the next extreme diet, and that's what we call yo-yo dieting, where you're done with the diet, you go back to your old patterns, and then of course the weight comes back on because you're not doing anything different than what you did before. Of course it's going to come back. My name is Cara, and I'm a health and wellness coach and author, and I help you to heal your gut and lose weight in a sustainable manner so you can actually enjoy the lifestyle of being healthy. It's probably no surprise to you at this point that extreme diets are in fact not sustainable. Probably tried a few, lost some weight, but then put the pounds back on afterwards, and sometimes you tack on another 5 to 10 pounds after that, and you're left feeling frustrated and like nothing is ever working for you. There's something wrong with you. I want you to realize right now that this should not be normal behavior. This is actually super unhealthy behavior, and in this video we are going to uncover why. And at the end of this video you are going to discover something that you can do instead that's actually going to help support your weight loss goals in the long run. By adopting these weight loss tips, you can make your weight loss journey more sustainable. You can stop going on the hamster wheel of doing these extreme diets, failing, starting over again, and just feeling frustrated for years. Take a minute and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are looking for more help and support with weight loss and gut healing. Here on this channel, we include the Holy Spirit in our health journey because our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. And what better way to reach your health goals, to include the Lord in your journey and just ask Him for the wisdom that you need to take the next step. One of the reasons why people are not talking about this weight loss sabotaging area is that money is involved. There's a lot of money to be made from weight loss and selling people fast results. Before you start objecting and saying, like, isn't weight loss a good thing? How could losing weight be so bad? It's not the point. About half of the people that lose weight put it back on in the next 5 years. Here are a few reasons why extreme diets and weight loss products are leaving you without the results that you're looking for long term. Lifestyle is unsustainable. Touched on this a little bit at the beginning. When you are doing something so drastic and you're making huge changes to your lifestyle, you can lose weight, but then that is going to be so drastic from your actual routine and your actual schedule that you aren't going to learn how to incorporate changes that you need to keep the weight off in that short amount of time. The next one is muscle loss. When you go into an extreme caloric deficit like some of these products and programs like to put you in, you end up losing muscle tissue. Muscle actually burns more calories than fat at rest. So if we have muscle tissue and we're losing it, our basal metabolic rate ends up becoming lower and we lose that ability to burn those calories with the lost muscle. Your metabolism slows down. This is one of the reasons why you put on weight more easily as you go down this road of yo-yo dieting. Lastly, we have hormonal imbalance. It triggers an upregulation in the hormone called ghrelin, which acts as a way to help you feel hungry. So you start feeling hungrier because your body is telling you to eat more because of the caloric restriction. In addition, it downregulates leptin, the fullness hormone. So you have all this dysregulation between your hunger and fullness hormones, makes it easier to binge eat or eat much more than you intend to. I'm going to be dropping 6 ways that you can help make your weight loss sustainable, and these are very effective for burning fat and keeping muscles. So that's what we really want when we're looking to lose weight. We want to lose fat, we don't want to lose from muscle. Muscle has so many health benefits. It helps manage our blood sugar, it helps protect our bones as we age, metabolically active, it helps reduce inflammation in our body, and we want to keep as much healthy muscle tissue as possible. It's called lean muscle mass. And these are what we're going to do instead of the rushing. There's a proverb that talks about this exactly, and it's so applicable. It's Proverbs 21:5, and it reads, "Careful planning puts you ahead in the long run, but hurrying puts you further behind." And this is so true when it comes to this weight loss phenomenon, where we are trying so hard, getting ahead super fast. However, what we are unaware of until now is that this is putting you behind. This is actually not supporting your health in the long run. And how helpful is it that we have reference in the Bible to how this can actually impact our lives in a good way? Number one is you're gonna trade extreme diets for a sustainable nutrition plan. What does that look like? We don't wanna do any extreme diets where we're taking out a whole macronutrient group like carbs, fat, or protein. We don't wanna be doing super large amounts of one or the other and then missing a whole macronutrient group. There's certain times and places to do keto. I did that for a while while I was healing from my binge eating disorder. You can find more on that on my channel where I talk about my recovery from bulimia. In the long run, what I found to be the most helpful for fat loss, sustainable for me, is returning to a balanced approach where I'm eating carbs, I'm eating fats, I'm eating protein, and there's a good balance in there to help fuel my body. I don't lose hair. My skin is much better. I can power through my workouts and I feel so energetic. You need to feel energetic to make this sustainable for you. Number two is getting into a 10 to 20% caloric deficit. What that looks like is if you are a person who burns 2,000 calories per day total, that's every single process of your body plus the activity that you're doing, it'll be 1,600 to 1,800 calories per day, 10% to a 20% caloric deficit. Not feeling so daunting when you do that type of deficit. It's more sustainable. Yes, it will take longer for you to get where you want to be with your weight loss goal, but the best type of weight loss goal is one that you can actually stick with. So if you're doing something so drastic like eating 1,300, 1,200 calories per day, you're going to be feeling like you're going to have all your hormones out of whack like we discussed earlier. Your hunger and fullness are going to be out of balance. You're going to feel so lousy that it's just gonna be something that's so easy for you to quit and fall off of. Number three is to count macros and not calories. Calories are built into macros actually. So you still wanna follow a caloric goal, but the reason why macronutrients are better to count in general than just calories, because you could eat a whole bunch of food that's not nutrient rich while counting calories, paying no attention to what that food is made up of. But with macronutrients, you can get more focus on what types of calories you're getting. Like, are you eating nutrient-dense foods? Are you eating a balance of all these different macronutrients? And this is where we're gonna get the most vitamins and minerals and the best nutrition that we can get. So we feel the most nourished, most energetic, and our gut microbiome will be happy. Number four is eating at least 0.8 grams of protein per pound of your goal body weight. This is actually on the lower side. Become more active, your body is going to need to recruit more amino acids to help repair that damage that your muscles have endured during resistance training, which we're going to talk about in a minute. That actually helps satiate you in addition to helping rebuild your muscles, and that's super important as we are trying to keep up with a weight loss journey with nutrition, with the nutrition component. We want to make sure that we're actually feeling satisfied after we eat. Making sure that you're hitting enough protein is going to be critical in this. Number five is to lift weights 4 times per week for about 45 minutes. You know, if that you're doing muscle building exercises while you're in a caloric deficit, you can actually drop body fat while maintaining your lean muscle mass. The body recomposition. You may have heard of it before, but this is where we are getting rid of the tissue that is actually harmful for us, more inflammatory, the excess body fat, and you're helping maintain and nourish and grow the helpful tissue, the muscle that's going to be metabolically active, help you burn more calories, and help reduce inflammation. Resistance training is really good at helping increase your energy. It helps recruit more mitochondria, which are the powerhouses of each cell. So we end up with more energy. And so many people that I talk to time and time again keep telling me they feel so much more energetic when they do a combination of weightlifting and other exercise than just cardio. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're breaking a sweat and pushing yourself hard enough in those workouts and making sure that you can challenge, provide a stimulus to those muscles. Number 6 is cardio, but walk for cardio. Running does burn a lot of calories, but sometimes it can actually create a breakdown of muscle tissue, which you're working so hard to build up. It tends to make you feel super hungry because it burns a lot of calories. Walking burns a lot of calories as well, but it doesn't trigger that same level of hunger that running would, and it's super effective for helping burn fat. I average 8 to 12,000 steps per day. Walking is truly the best of both worlds when it comes to cardio and maintaining a a sustainable fat loss journey. What else would you add to this list for keeping your weight loss sustainable? I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Make sure to share this video with somebody who would find it helpful. If you are ready to lose your first 10 pounds and you would like support from me, go ahead and book a call linked below so you can get started. Also, check out my books on gut health and weight loss below as well. We'll see you in a future video. Bye.